Hey there, my name is Megan and welcome back to my channel. So first off, I want to apologize because I am getting over a cold, so if I sound really raspy or phlegmy, that is why. I've been dealing with this cold for like a week and it is just clinging on and not letting go. So if I sound a little weird, that is why. Alright, so today I'm going to be doing the Unpopular Opinions tag, and I will go ahead and link the creator of this video's original video down below for you guys to check out if you want to. The first question is a book or series that everyone else seemed to like, but that you didn't. I'm going to be going with The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I don't want to say that I didn't like this book, but I read it right after it came out, which is probably like 6 or 7 years ago, so it's been a good minute since I've read this book, and I remember it being absolutely whimsical and it was like walking through a dream, but I felt like the characters were really flat, the love story was really flat, and the synopsis was a little bit misleading. So I've been flirting with the idea of rereading this book. My 2019 is going to be my year of rereads. Spoiler alert. So let me know in the comments if y'all think that I should reread this book. I'm kind of curious to see how my opinion changes in the last 6 or so years. Alright, the next question is a book or series that everyone else seems to hate, but you seem to love. For that one, I'm going to choose the Splintered series by A.G. Howard. I don't think that people necessarily hate this series, I just never hear anything about it from people. Now, this is an Alice in Wonderland retelling, and it is full of YA tropes, don't get me wrong, but despite all of that, I absolutely love this series. A.G. Howard is just, she writes the weirdest stuff, and it was just such a cool spin on this story. And Morpheus, which is one of the male protagonists in the story, is probably my most favorite male protagonist in any YA series that I've ever read. So if you like Alice in Wonderland retellings, then definitely check this out because I thoroughly enjoyed it. But at the same time, like, it's very tropey and I understand why people wouldn't like it. The next question is a love triangle where the person ended up with the person you didn't want them to. For that one, I'm going to go with The Remnant Chronicles by Mary E. Pearson. This love triangle was kind of different because Leah didn't reciprocate the love of one of the guys. However, it was portrayed several times throughout the story that she may eventually reciprocate his feelings. So if I had written this story, I would have had her choose that guy over the one that she ultimately did. I just liked him better. The other guy I thought was a bore and just kind of cliche, but it is what it is. So if you've read this, let me know if you think she ended up with the right person because I'm really curious. The next question is a popular genre that you never reached for. For me, that would be horror or contemporary. However, I am branching out with my contemporary. I feel like I've read more contemporary in the last 2 years than I ever have before, and that's maybe like 3 books, but hey, it's a start. Next question is a popular character that you don't seem to like. For me, that would be Selena from the Throne of Glass series. I actually just unhauled my Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight books because I'm just not going to continue with the series, and Selena was one of the reasons why. I just found her incredibly arrogant. She strutted around like she was God's gift to men, and I just couldn't handle her arrogance. Next question is a popular author that you can't seem to get into. There are a lot of authors out there that I haven't read, so I can't really say I don't like them until I've read them, so I'm going to go with an author that I have read, and that would be Stephen King. Ties into the genres I don't really pick up a lot, but I tried to read The Gunslinger by Stephen King because I've heard that that is one of Stephen King's really popular fantasy series, and it's a really short book. If y'all know Stephen King, he writes really long books for the most part, and I couldn't even finish it. I DNF'd it about 50% and unhauled it. It's just not my writing style. I don't get how he writes the way he does and why he writes about the content that he does, and it didn't make sense. It was weird, so I don't see myself picking up any Stephen King in the future. And is a book trope that you're tired of seeing? For me, would probably be the bad boy that treats girls like crap, but the girls still swoon over him. That's just a trope. That's just junk. Let's just stop writing about it. Next question would be a popular book series that you don't plan on reading. Now, I actually just did a video on young adult series that I don't plan on reading, but I'm going to go with another one. I'm going to go with The Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. And I might have actually picked this book if I hadn't seen the movie first. The movie was so bad. And if the books are anything like the movie, then I really have just no desire to read them and get involved in that big of a series for something that I already have like a negative, bad taste in my mouth for. The last question is a movie adaptation that you thought was better than the book. Now, I don't think I've ever seen a movie based off of a book that I thought was better than the book, but there is a movie that I thought was as good as the book, and it is the only movie that I've seen that followed the book almost exactly. It's going to be Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. I'm not sure how to say it, forgive me if I'm butchering that name. So Fight Club, the movie, is enjoyable enough, but it actually was almost exactly like the book, which is very surprising. Usually Hollywood does change some things when it comes to adapting books into movies, but this one I thought was pretty close, and I enjoyed both of them. Alright guys, so that is my unpopular opinions tag. Let me know below if you've read any of these books and what your opinions are on them, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!